Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and I am really not feeling great this morning. But I had to be upright to bring my kids to school because otherwise I am staying home today, so I figured if I'm going to be upright, let's get this done now so I can be laying down the rest of the day. So, here we go, game 2 at home. Game, what are we up to? 8 overall. No, this is 7. This is game 7. Which so far the Reds have kept pace with us. They are also 6-0 at the moment. And I do believe that's who we play next in Cincinnati after this series. So it's very possible that could be the game for first place here. Paulie on the mound today. As you can see, he had a very good outing. Also against the Pirates in Pittsburgh, though. And here's Chris Duffy to start things off. Starts off with a swing and a miss. Fouled away. That'll make it 0-2. Popped up. Paulie waiting for it on the front of the mound. 1 away. Luis Rivas, who had I think a couple hits yesterday, looks at a ball inside and then hits this one, a pop up to short. Joey goes into the outfield grass and makes the catch. So here's Xavier Nady. As that knuckleball comes in too low. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. There's a called strike on the inside corner. Does not get the call on the fastball. That'll make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1-2-3 start to the game. We go to the bottom half of the inning where Kester will lead things off. Pirates with their lineup we've seen all year. Dan Herron on the mound. Herron usually pitches really well against us, but we kind of roughed him up last time out. Kester starting off with a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, here's Marvin. He will swing and miss at a curveball. That changeup up and out. Ground ball up the middle, gets through Herron, and that will be the first hit of the game. Which brings Chief to the plate, 1 on, 1 out. Excuse me, my voice is going to be cracking this whole time. It's bad. I almost had the in-game announcer do this one. Maybe I should have. Chief with an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll leave it up to Terry. 1 on with 2 outs now. First pitch is called a strike. Fly ball into left center. That should get down for a hit. Duffy does a pretty good job cutting it off, but it was hit deep enough that Marvin is able to score from first, and that is an RBI double for Terry. Probably also helped that Marvin took off with the pitch. So the Squirrels with an early lead. Frank at the plate with the runner still in scoring position. Herron makes an athletic play out there on the mound to end the inning. But the Squirrels up 1-0 as we go into the second, where Jack Wilson will lead it off for Pittsburgh.
Number 2, Jack Wilson, shortstop.
First pitch is called a strike. There's another called strike. Changeup misses, makes it 1-2. Ground ball, foul down the first baseline. Popped up, Kester waiting on it. 1 away. Here's Johnson.
Great Johnson, first baseman.
So he's having to said it yesterday too, although don't know if that was before or after the microphone cut out. He's been having a bit of a rough start to the season here. It's got a 1-2 count. So the misses up and in. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, and here is Franklin Gutierrez. He had at least 1 hit yesterday, maybe 2, I can't remember for sure. Fouls that pitch back, that'll make it 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that will end the top of the second. 1-0 Squirrels lead, and they will start off with Tom in the bottom half of the inning.
Number 10, Tom, catcher.
Heron fires in a fastball for strike 1. Changeup for strike 2. Line drive, but it's not going to get over Rivas' head. So 1 away, Zach at the plate now. Fastball, I think, bounces in, or close to it anyway. It's a called strike. Line drive into right, but Nady only has to take a couple steps over to make the grab. 2 down, here is Joey, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Called strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. All right, 1-0 as we go into the third. Jeff Blum is going to lead things off for the Pirates.
Number 27, Jeff Blum, third baseman.
First pitch from Pauly is a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring Aviles to the plate.
Catcher.
Fouled away down the first base side. Fouled away down the third base side. Hit right to Chief at third, who picks it up and puts it over to first for the second out of the inning. Here is Dan Heron, who's apparently having a good time at the plate. One and 1 to count. A pitch out of the zone. All right, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Pauly's going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Pauly still does not have a hit yet this year, though I do believe that's in 2 at-bats, so, don't get too hung up on it. And that will be his first hit of the year. Smacks it out into right. Called strike to Kester. Oh, we got a bunt. but it goes foul. 1-2. I'm sure Kester will be swinging away now. She does. A ground ball to third. Throw goes to second. On to first. Not in time. So then Marvin at the plate. Got a base hit in his first at bat. And came around to score. Pops this one foul. Avila should have it, and he does. Oh, Kester apparently slid into first and hurt himself. But he says he's okay to stay in the game, so we'll let him go for now. All right, Chief has a 1-1 count to start this at bat. Ground ball towards the middle. Oh, and he... No, I guess there's 2 outs. So never mind. We go to the 4th. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Chris Duffy's going to lead it off.
Number 6, Chris Duffy.
Duffy with a 2-2 count. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time keeping up with it today. Looks at strike 3. That's 1 out. Here comes Luis Rivas.
Luis Rivas.
He has a 1-1 count to start the game. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Sorry. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Here's Xavier Nady. Struck out in his first at bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at a ball. Ground ball that Pauly will field towards the third base line, and he does get it back to first in time. Not quite as good of a play as Heron made earlier in the game, but still pretty athletic for a pitcher. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-0 ball game. Terry will lead it off. Terry had the RBI double back in the first inning. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, here's Frank. First pitch is called a strike. Line drive into left, but it's going to stay up for Gutierrez. 2 away. Here's Tom. I believe he hit a liner out into right that Xavier Nady grabbed his first time up. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the 4th. Not been a lot of offense at all in this game. Jack Wilson's going to start things off for the Pirates in the 5th. He popped out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Line drive pulled well foul down the left side. Ground ball to Terry. He will take it himself. 1 down. Here's Johnson. He struck out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a fastball right down the middle. Well, maybe with a knuckleballer, that does catch you off guard. He's going to pop out to Tom and barely in foul ground. So Franklin Gutierrez at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. He struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one. Grounds this one foul. Makes it an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Well, we go to the bottom of the fifth. Still 1-0. Zach is going to lead it off. First pitch to Zach is called a strike. Pops this one up in foul ground. Aviles waiting for it, and he makes the catch. Here's Joey. He'll start off with a strike. Down by his feet for ball one. Pops this one up right in front of the plate. Aviles will make that play as well. 2 away. Pauly at the plate. He did get his first hit of the year. Apparently he'd had 3 at-bats before that instead of 2, so wasn't off by much. Grounds this one foul. That'll make it an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Quick 5th inning. We go into the 6th. Still 1-0 Squirrels. And Jeff Blum's going to lead it off for Pittsburgh. Blum struck out in his first at-bat. He's going to foul that first pitch away over by the first base coach. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Called strike three. 1 away. Here's Aviles. He hit a grounder in his first at-bat. First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Heron is going to get to hit for himself. He's also hitting 500 on the year, so why not? Lines this one to Chief, and that will end the top of the 6th. Kester's going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. And still leading 1-0. Trying to think, have all 3 hits in this game been in the first inning? That might be the case. Kester grounds out to Johnson. So here's Marvin. He is 1 for 2. Fouled out in his last at-bat. Looks at strike one. Oh, that'll get down for a base hit. The first hit in a while. So we got 1 on with 1 out. Chief is 0 for 2 today. Looks at a strike on a curveball. This down by his feet. 1-1. Got quite a bit of that one. Probably would have been a home run in a lot of parks, but it's going to land at the base of the wall here. Marvin is going to score again on a deep RBI double to left center. Yeah, that one, a lot of times there's a question whether or not it might have been out at another park. This one, I am pretty sure this would have been a home run in all 31 other parks. It's now 2-0 Squirrels. Terry at the plate. He takes strike one. Chief standing on second. Line drive into left center. That's going to score Chief to make it 3-0 on another RBI double for Terry. Looks like that's going to be it for Dan Heron. Francalis Asori is going to come in, which we've seen a lot of him. All right, Frank is 0 for 2. 1 out, runner on second. First pitch in there for a strike. Line drive into left, though. No, he's not going to get that one. I thought Gutierrez would grab that one, but no such luck for Pittsburgh. It's 4-0 Squirrels. Still only 1 out of the inning, though you can now close the book on Heron. Tom fouls the first pitch away. That slider stays high. Not sure it did much sliding either. Fastball misses high again. Still high on a changeup. It's 3-1. There, he gets the ball down and gets a swing and a miss. It's a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Zach at the plate. He is 0 for 2. That pitch misses outside. Line drive right to Johnson, and that will end the inning. But the Squirrels plate 3 to make it 4-0 as we move into the 7th inning. Chris Duffy is going to lead things off for the Pirates, and Paulie is going to stay in the game. I trust you guys know why. Duffy swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at strike 2. Ground ball to short. Joey to first. 1 away. Here is Luis Rivas. Fly out and a strikeout. Swings and misses at the first pitch. So just misses inside. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Little pop-up to short, and Joey makes the grab.
Number 22, Xavier Nady.
Xavier Nady looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2. Pop up back to Paulie. And he makes the grab. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. 4-0 Squirrels. Joey will lead off on the other side. Joey at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Pops this one foul into the seats behind the first base dugout. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Paulie will get a bonus at bat here. He is, I do believe, 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at a ball outside. This one down and away as well. Right down the middle, and Paulie misses it. Will this get into the outfield? No. Right to Wilson. 2 away. Here is Kester. He's 0 for 3. That first pitch is a bit high. There's a called strike. This will be a base hit over Rivas' head. So 1 on with 2 outs, and Marvin at the plate. He is 2 for 3. And again, all of his at-bats today have been left-handed. Kester takes off, but the pitch is fouled away. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Marvin chased that one. We'll go into the 8th inning, 4-0 Squirrels. And Jack Wilson is going to lead it off for the Pirates. First pitch in there for strike 1. Fouled away right into the first base dugout. Line foul down the left side. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here is Johnson. He is 0 for 2 today. I guess I don't need to keep saying that. First pitch up and in. There's a called strike. Just misses outside. Ground ball to Chief. A bit of a long throw, but he makes it no problem. Franklin Gutierrez has struck out in both at-bats today. He will look at strike one here. Swing and a miss, make it 0-2. That pitch too high. 1-2. Fouled away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will end the 8th inning. Well, the top of the 8th anyway. Go to the bottom of the 8th, where Chief is going to lead it off for the Squirrels, who lead 4-0. Chief hit a deep double, RBI double, in his last at-bat. Looks at strike one. Pops this one up. Avila's waiting for it in front of the plate, and he makes the catch. So here is Terry. He's had 2 RBI doubles today. Both also into left center. First pitch is out of the zone. Second pitch is lined into left, and that will be a single. 1 on, 1 out. Frank is 1 for 3. Got a base hit this last at-bat. Looks at strike one. Looks at a ball. Ground ball gets by Blum and into left field. So 2 aboard. Only 1 out. And here is Tom Osorio starting to wipe his brow. First pitch up and out. Ground ball, this one Blum will field. He throws to second, on to first in time. 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. We go into the 9th. 7, 8, 9 due up. Squirrels still leading 4-0, but that is not the story right now. Blum has struck out in both at-bats so far today. He looks at strike one here. Yeah, that misses inside. Up and out. We've got a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here is Avilas. He looks at a strike. Blooper towards short. Joey makes the catch. The Pirates will pinch hit here with 2 outs in the 9th. Stephen Drew at the plate. So he must be 1 for 2 on the year, because he got a hit yesterday and had 2 at-bats. Looks at strike one. Ground ball. Joey picks it up, throws to first, and Pauly has done it. He just thrown a perfect game. Squirrels lead 4-0, or Squirrels win 4-0, but Pauly, the story of the day. 12 strikeouts on the day, which is actually, for 27 outs, probably lower than you would expect for him, but not a single hit, not a single walk, not a single error. 27 straight outs. You know, and really the Pirates didn't even sniff a hit. There was no great play. Pauly probably made the best play on a little bloop grounder towards third base when he had to turn back and throw to first. There you go. Terry somehow gets in there as a co-player of the game, but Pauly, perfect game, obviously, is the real MVP of the day. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, feel very free. And I am going to go lay down. We'll see you tomorrow.